What if everything you've been told about aging is wrong? What if the stiffness, fatigue, and declining health that doctors dismiss as normal aging are actually preventable? At 94 years old, I live completely medication-free, maintain my independence, and have the biological markers of someone 30 years younger. 2 years ago, my doctor was stunned during my annual checkup when my test results showed the health profile of a person in their 60s. When he pressed me for my secret, I revealed the 5 simple morning habits I've followed religiously for decades. These aren't complicated medical interventions or expensive treatments. They're straightforward practices that work with your body's natural rhythms, and anyone can start implementing them tomorrow morning. While my friends, half my age, struggle with daily medications and need assistance with basic tasks, I continue to live fully and independently. The most shocking part. The third habit takes just 4 minutes each morning, yet 92% of seniors completely skip it. This single oversight costs them the most important opportunity to preserve their cognitive function and mental sharpness. The damage isn't immediately visible, which is exactly why so many people neglect it, until it's too late. These 5 habits aren't just about feeling better. They're about maintaining your independence, preserving your dignity, and ensuring that your later years are filled with vitality instead of decline. The difference between aging gracefully and struggling through each day often comes down to what you do in the first hour after waking up. Strategic morning. Hydration, the foundation of cellular health. Every night, while you sleep, your body loses approximately 1 liter of water through natural respiration and perspiration. Yet most seniors wake up and immediately reach for coffee, tea, or other beverages that actually worsen their dehydration. This seemingly innocent mistake sets off a cascade of problems that affect everything from joint mobility to brain function. And it's completely preventable with a simple 30-second morning ritual. The connection between morning dehydration and accelerated aging is profound and scientifically documented. Researchers at Johns Hopkins Medicine discovered that even mild dehydration decreases brain function by 27% and increases inflammation markers by 31% in adults over 65. This isn't just about feeling thirsty. It's about your body's fundamental ability to function optimally. When you start your day in a dehydrated state, you're essentially handicapping every system in your body. From the moment you wake up, consider Eleanor, an 82-year-old woman who suffered from daily headaches and dizziness for years. Her doctors prescribed various treatments and medications, but nothing provided lasting relief. The breakthrough came when she discovered that chronic morning dehydration was the root cause of her symptoms. Within weeks of implementing proper morning hydration, her headaches disappeared, her energy improved, and her overall quality of life transformed dramatically. The physiological impact of morning dehydration extends far beyond simple discomfort. When you're dehydrated, the synovial fluid in your joints becomes more viscous and thick, increasing friction and wear with every movement. This directly contributes to the morning stiffness that so many seniors accept as inevitable. Simultaneously, your brain cells require proper hydration to maintain electrical conductivity and efficiently remove the metabolic waste that accumulates during sleep. Without adequate morning hydration, these toxic byproducts remain in brain tissue longer, contributing to the mental fog that clouds many people's mornings and potentially accelerating long-term cognitive decline. The solution is remarkably simple, but the timing and method are crucial for maximum effectiveness. Before going to bed each night, prepare a 16-ounce glass of room-temperature water with just a small pinch of natural salt. Place it on your nightstand so it's the first thing you see when you wake up. Drink this entire glass immediately upon waking, before coffee, tea, or breakfast. The room temperature is important because your body can absorb it more quickly than cold water. The tiny amount of salt helps with cellular absorption through a process called osmotic balance. This isn't just about drinking more water throughout the day, though that's certainly beneficial. The specific advantage comes from breaking your overnight dehydration immediately before introducing any other substances that might interfere with hydration. For those who find plain water unpalatable first thing in the morning, adding a small squeeze of fresh lemon is acceptable, but avoid any sweeteners or additives that could trigger insulin responses and interfere with your morning metabolic processes. The effects of this habit are both immediate and cumulative. Within days, most people notice reduced joint stiffness and improved mental clarity. Within weeks, the benefits often include better digestion, more stable energy levels, and even improved skin elasticity, as the body's hydration status normalizes. I've maintained this habit religiously for nearly 20 years, and it transformed my morning experience when I started it at age 75. Your cells are dehydrated right now. Don't let another morning pass without giving them what they desperately need. Circadian-aligned sunlight exposure, resetting your internal clock. Your body contains an intricate biological clock system that governs everything, from hormone production to immune function, and it can be completely disrupted by missing one critical morning window. Stanford University's Center for Sleep Sciences has confirmed that just 10 to 15 minutes of morning sunlight exposure resets circadian rhythms and boosts serotonin production by 42% in older adults. Yet, a University of Colorado study found that missing this critical morning sunlight window increases depression risk by 69% and disrupts sleep patterns within just days. The science behind this is both fascinating and practical. Early morning sunlight contains specific wavelengths that trigger specialized receptors in your retina, called melanopsin receptors. These receptors then send signals to your brain's master clock, located in the hypothalamus, which sets dozens of biological processes in motion. This precisely timed light exposure influences hormone production, body temperature regulation, digestive enzyme release, and over 150 other bodily processes that determine how well you feel and function throughout the day. Robert, a 78-year-old man, had been struggling with sleep problems and taking medication for years. His solution seemed simple. He took daily walks for exercise and fresh air. However, he was taking these walks in the afternoon, completely unaware that morning light exposure has fundamentally different biological effects than light received later in the day. When he shifted his walks to the morning hours, within 30 minutes of waking, he was able to eliminate his sleep medication entirely. His transformation illustrates how timing can be more important than the activity itself. Without proper morning light exposure, your brain continues producing melatonin longer than it should, creating a damaging cycle of poor sleep, increased inflammation, and accelerated aging. This disruption affects far more than just how well you sleep at night. Your circadian rhythm influences blood pressure regulation, immune system function, and even how efficiently your body metabolizes nutrients from food. Research from Northwestern University has demonstrated that seniors with disrupted circadian rhythms show measurably faster rates of muscle loss and cognitive decline compared to those who maintain stable daily rhythms. The implementation of this habit is straightforward but requires consistency and proper technique. Step outside within 30 minutes of waking and spend 10 to 15 minutes in natural morning light, even on cloudy days. The key detail that many people miss is to avoid wearing glasses, sunglasses, or contacts during this exposure, if possible. Glass and plastic filter out some of the specific light wavelengths needed for circadian reset. The light must enter through your eyes to be effective. Skin exposure alone won't reset your internal clock. If weather absolutely prevents outdoor exposure, sitting near a window provides some benefit, though it's roughly 50% less effective than direct outdoor light. For those living in extremely northern regions with limited winter sunlight, a medically rated light therapy box designed specifically for circadian regulation, can serve as a helpful substitute, though natural light remains superior when available. The benefits of this habit compound over time, creating increasingly stable sleep-wake cycles that support every aspect of your health. Within a week of consistent morning light exposure, most seniors report falling asleep more easily and waking more refreshed. Within a month, many experience improvements in mood, energy levels, and digestive regularity, as their internal clocks stabilize. Your body's internal clock is waiting for tomorrow morning's light signal. Make sure you don't miss this critical window again. The 4-minute cognitive priming routine, protecting your mental sharpness. Every morning, your brain loses approximately 30,000 neural connections, unless you take specific action to prevent this loss. This isn't an exaggeration or scare tactic. It's based on solid neurological research into brain plasticity in aging adults. The remarkable discovery is that a simple 4-minute morning routine can not only prevent this loss, but actually reverse it. Yet 92% of seniors completely ignore this opportunity, missing the single most important window for cognitive preservation. Neuroscientists at Harvard Medical School have discovered something remarkable. Doing simple cognitive exercises right after waking boosts brain flexibility, neuroplasticity, by 37% and improves decision-making and focus all day long. Why mornings matter? When you wake up, your brain is in its most adaptable state. This is due to a surge in a chemical called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, often called miracle grow for brain cells. It peaks early in the morning and slowly declines throughout the day. If you don't engage your brain during this window, you miss a powerful chance to strengthen it. Real story. Margaret, an 86-year-old woman recovering from hip surgery, kept doing her mental routine each morning. Even without physical therapy, her thinking stayed sharp because she didn't skip her brain exercises. According to the National Institute on Aging, skipping morning brain activity increases dementia risk by 29% over time. The 4-to-4 morning challenge takes just 4 minutes. This simple daily habit activates multiple brain areas. Solve one simple math problem, logic and focus. Recall one detailed memory, strengthens memory centers. Learn 4 new words, language and comprehension. Visualize your day, boosts planning and executive thinking, all in just 4 minutes. Research shows short, focused brain activity is more effective than longer, passive routines. Prepare the night before. A math problem, a memory prompt, e.g. recall your 30th birthday. 4 vocabulary words with definitions, and a quick day visualization. Results you'll feel. Day 1. Clearer thinking, better decisions. Week 2. Improved memory and word recall. Month 1 plus. Measurable protection against age-related cognitive decline. I've used this since I was 70. I'm now 94, and I credit it for my sharp mind. Strategic mobility, movement that heals instead of harms. Many seniors unknowingly harm their joints by following outdated stretching advice meant for younger people. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that wrong movements increase inflammation by 31%. A targeted 7-minute mobility sequence reduces stiffness and pain by 44% in 2 weeks. Why this happens? After age 70, your joints and connective tissues change. Collagen becomes drier and less flexible. Aggressive stretching, like toe touches or neck rolls, can cause tiny injuries and worsen mobility. Thomas's story. At 85, Thomas was using a walker. His morning routine was based on stretches from his 50s. When he switched to a safer routine, he no longer needed the walker. The right movements brought his independence back. The inside-out mobility sequence. Do this before breakfast. This gentle, joint-friendly routine warms your body before moving into motion. Seated shoulder rotations, seated marching doorway, chest expansions, supported squats, ankle circles. This order matters. It increases body temperature and blood flow before challenging your joints. It's a safe, powerful way to wake up your body without injury. Morning protein. Power. The key to strength after 70. Did you know that spreading small amounts of protein throughout the day isn't enough to keep your muscles strong as you age? Research shows that seniors need about 30 grams of high-quality protein in a single meal, especially in the morning, to overcome age-related anabolic resistance. This simply means your body doesn't build muscle from protein as easily as it used to. But a concentrated morning dose can change that. Why morning matters? Doing light movement first, like the inside-out mobility sequence, increases blood flow to muscles. This primes your body to use protein more effectively for muscle repair and growth. What to eat after your mobility routine? Here are easy, effective options for your 30-gram protein goal. 2 eggs plus cottage cheese, Greek yogurt with added protein powder, a smoothie with whey, or plant protein plus collagen peptides. Avoid high-sugar carbs like white bread or sweet fruits right after. They can blunt the muscle-building effects of protein during this critical window. Your body gets a new anabolic window every morning. Don't waste it. What you'll notice and when. Within days, more energy in the mornings and less snacking. Within weeks, better grip strength and easier movement. After 3 months, measurable increases, or at least maintenance, of lean muscle mass, your morning blueprint for exceptional aging. None of these habits are fancy. They're simple, science-backed practices aligned with how your body naturally works. 4-4 brain challenge for sharper memory and focus. Inside-out mobility sequence for joint-friendly movement, morning protein meal for preserving strength and vitality. Together, they create a powerful foundation for aging with independence and clarity.